friends of the Athanasius Kircher Society, as is customary, in order to begin, we are going to need a motion to bring this meeting to order. Is there such a motion on the floor? Is there a second to the motion? I'd like to call this inaugural meeting of the Athanasius Kircher Society to order. Our meetings, and I say meetings because this is the first of many, will begin with an invocation, a short reading of Kircherian prose by the parliamentarian of the Kircher Society. Princeton University historian Anthony Grafton has very generously agreed to wear that mantle tonight.
In the middle of the night, I climbed the mountain's steep, rough ways. When I reached the crater, terrible to say, horribile dictu, I saw the whole area lit up by the fires. The glowing sulfur and bitumen produced an intolerable stench. It made an astonishing spectacle, like nothing I had ever seen. I felt as if I were looking at hell itself.
If this is out of your purview, I apologize. My question is this. I was born on December 21st, 1962. So it's a date I know a little bit about.
Friday.
What was the headline in the major New York newspapers on the morning of December 21st, 1962?
There was a strike that lasted two months. Remember, it was called. They had to put New York under the life cover, and it was the time of, well, it was beat Green Bay, Bushville, USA, beat Green Bay, Bushville, USA, beat Green Bay. Packers won 16-7, and the only giant score came on a block punt recovered in the end zone.
When can he retire?
2027 on a Tuesday.
Now this is beautiful here. My favorite feature of the time really. That you can see each drop splashing and returning up into the fountain, even though the water all the time is only going down. So we have stopping time, slowing down, going backwards. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the time fountain.
And so when it came to thinking about Kircher, I thought, well, now what is it that he would even bear to think of talking to me? And what I came up with is maybe he'd like to have his zoology and his anatomy collection tweaked a bit. This is a fossil, supposedly of a sinner who died in the flood. It was found about 80 years after Kircher died. And, it actually, and found by a very religious man, Schweitzer, and turned out it was a giant salamander.
Beginning in 1817, a music teacher in Paris, Jean Sujo, began working on musical language. And he came up with a method of using musical notes as a substitute for language. And so he began to develop for civilians Sourcil, the universal musical language.
Then, on reaching 100,000 feet, Kittinger stood up, said a prayer, and leapt off the highest step in the world.
The third jump was from 102,000 feet. Now there was a big difference psychologically between the 76,000 feet because I felt that if the pressure suit failed, that I had some chance of survival. That if the pressure suit failed, the faceplate blew out or something, that I might be able to get down alive. But I knew at 102,000 feet, if the pressure suit failed, that I was dead. And with that, I pushed the button and I jumped. And free fell for 4 minutes and 36 seconds.
Thank you. All right, stand over here.
Is there a motion on the floor to adjourn the meeting? Is there a second? Yes. This meeting of the Athanasius